Hello you buckets, I'm Minipung, and this is a video that's been boiling in my head for a while now. It's about guide videos stretching its own length to multiple times it should be by filling most of its content with irrelevant rambling. I'm sure you guys all saw it before, videos that place themselves at exactly 10 minutes and 1 second, possibly a couple seconds more. The intro lasts 3 minutes, there's like a whole minute where the person tells you to follow all the social media accounts, there's 21 Instagram accounts, and there's another minute dedicated to why the person has not been uploading. I have my own opinions on how guide videos should be structured, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. This video, I'm going to focus on what rambling is, when is it bad, when is it good, and how you as a viewer can learn to sieve through all the rambling to find relevant information. Now, timestamps. Rambling, by definition, is something that's part of a speech or writing that is lengthy, possibly confusing, and irrelevant to the content. In a YouTube video, or really just any video in general, rambling is something that can be removed and it will have zero impact on the overall content of the video. There could be many gray areas on what's considered rambling for one, and can be considered perfectly relevant for another person. Some examples are easier to identify, such as what I mentioned earlier about a 1-minute segment on why the person is not uploading at the beginning of the video. That in itself is not bad. If you upload a video on YouTube where the sole purpose is to tell your viewers why you haven't been uploading, then that's perfectly fine. Because even though that is what you're doing, that follows the true purpose of the video. You're not putting it in another guide video in which people are expecting specific instructions for a task. A general rule of thumb is that viewers should not have to skip back and forth your video just to find relevant information. If you're watching a guide video about whatever, fishing, cooking, and you find yourself thinking, oh, I don't give a shit, then whatever segment you are watching is probably unnecessary rambling. So now we have a general idea of what rambling is. Let's move on to when is rambling okay, and when you can actually encourage rambling in certain videos. Let's move on. There's actually something wrong about guide videos that go off from every step off topic to talk about something that isn't relevant to the instructions themselves. Okay, making a side comment every once in a while is totally fine and endearing to the video. There are videos that I've seen, instead of making a side comment or stylistic preferences, will literally just restate the same instructions over and over again to enhance the length, oftentimes with less and less clarity, each rendition. For the sake of an example, let's do Animal Crossing New Horizons because that is where the majority of you guys are coming from, at least at this moment. How many of you guys have seen the videos telling you how to catch a specific bug or fish? I myself make them, and dozens of other people make them as well. I'm not going to name any names, but I have seen these specific videos where one critter exceed 5 minutes to tell you what month it spawns, what time it spawns, the shadow size if it's a fish. This should not take more than a minute and a half at most. I've seen these videos, they will literally have a minute and a half of introduction, but then the actual part is like a minute. That minute should have been the whole video, with maybe 30 seconds of intro and outro. There shouldn't be 3 minutes of extra stuff that is completely irrelevant. That is rambling. That is not okay. If you are somebody that makes a guide, consider putting all of that social media stuff at the end of the video. That way people coming for a guide can see all the instructions so they can complete the task. Afterwards, if they stay for the rest of the video, they'll be able to see it's an optional thing. They don't have to skip through your video just to find relevant information. I mean, a lot of YouTubers do tell you to put all that social media, subscribe, like at the beginning of the video for the sake of algorithm and to encourage people to subscribe. But you know what? There is more to being a YouTuber, especially making guide videos, other than the algorithm. That is not to say you shouldn't care about these, but the priority should be the content itself. Additionally, a good indicator of the video intro being too long is if somebody comments on the video saying video starts at, let's say, 0:45 or whatever timestamp. This means that a viewer seeing the video felt it was necessary to give an option to other viewers to skip the intro. 45 seconds is too long. Your intro for a guide video should only be about 15 seconds. To reiterate, rambling or fluff are parts of the video that are generally irrelevant and could delve into the mind or the personality of the creator themselves. Knowing that, when will rambling be okay or encouraged for a video? Some people might say that everything that is not absolutely relevant should be removed from the video. But I personally think that if you were to do that, it might make your video seem too much like a mega scripted robotic lecture than something that is stylistic and engaging. Videos such as vlogs, commentary, discussion type videos, these are all examples that could actually benefit from the usage of rambling. In these type of videos, you're talking about your life, video gaming, politics, or really just whatever topic you're trying to get at. The topic itself is actually less important compared to the guides. There's more to how the creator presents themselves, the tone of voice, the flow of the video, kind of like a conversation. The rambling allows the YouTuber to go slightly off script every once in a while. Then this will make everything seem more natural because certain parts of the video are made up on the spot, just like a conversation. But some people might prefer guides that are like a stoic lecture. I personally prefer a guide that's more conversational in nature, but without going too much off topic. To summarize, videos that are trying to teach the viewer a specific task or to accomplish something, or guides, the rambling should be kept to a minimum. Everything should be structured, it should be concise, there should be a clear advancement of steps from one section to the other. As viewers looking for guides, we have to rely on ourselves to see through all the rambling to find that relevant content. The YouTube algorithm has many factors when it comes to the search engine. I personally think that just uploading the first video on any topic will give you a huge advantage at staying at the top of the search list. Bigger YouTubers can easily bump themselves up just because they have a large subscriber base to push up their algorithm. If you're new to YouTube and you don't know any specific YouTubers that prioritize brevity and clarity, finding relevant guides could actually be a difficult task. I personally think that the like to dislike ratio isn't particularly useful. This is because a lot of bigger YouTubers could actually ramble a lot, but then their subscriber base could push up that ratio, especially since a lot of them will auto-like. However, the like to dislike ratio could actually be a very good indicator under the right conditions. So let's say there's a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers. The amount of views is over the subscriber count. So let's say 10,000 views. And the like to dislike ratio is over 95%. So generally speaking, this guide will be well made. It could have some rambling or irrelevant content, but it's well made, simply because this YouTuber doesn't have the subscriber count to pump up their like to dislike ratio. Another indicator of guide quality is video length. Most of you don't actually know this. YouTube has a threshold at 10 minutes. So once you hit 10 minutes, you can put ads in the middle of your video. So 9 minutes and 59 seconds, it does not cut it. And this is why you see a lot of videos that is exactly 10 minutes and 1 second long. Because of this threshold, many YouTubers actually artificially inflate their video length, either with irrelevant rambling or by going to exaggerated detail about certain parts of the task. Even though I say artificially inflated guides are bad, this doesn't mean guides that try to be short are good either. This is because a short guide could have easily have somebody skipping through pivotal tasks and give instructions that are not very clear. What I'm saying for this particular segment is that videos that are just over 10 minutes long, like 10 minutes 1 second, 10 minutes 10 seconds, those are generally more likely to be inflated artificially just for the threshold. Other than looking for indicators, what can you do if you're picking a guide? Searching a specific topic and then watching through 5 of them is a waste of time. So let's say you follow what I said earlier, and you pick a guide with a decently small YouTuber, with a high like to dislike ratio, with more views than the subscriber count. This is not to say that big YouTubers do not put quality guides. These are just some patterns I've observed from my time on YouTube. It is not an end-all be-all. There are big YouTubers that make really good guides, and there are small YouTubers that make very shit guides, but the guides are very engaging and funny to watch, even if the instructions aren't really that specific or clear. The moment you choose a video, check the description for timestamps. Timestamps are a very clear indicator of the content creator prioritizing helping you accomplish the task. This is because people who don't put timestamps are actually trying to encourage you to watch the entire video, even if you might not need every part of the information. If it doesn't have timestamps, that doesn't mean the video is bad. They could have easily forgotten, or maybe the video is not really long enough to warrant timestamps in the content creator's opinion. But if there is no timestamps, watch the intro. If you ever find yourself thinking that, okay, this intro is dragging on a little bit, I want to skip over, then it's very likely the rest of the video will have rambly parts as well. Not only that, if after the intro, the creator is telling you to follow the social media, then that is a clear indicator. If there are no timestamps, you can actually check the comments, because a lot of times in more popular guides, especially with big YouTubers, there are those that dedicate themselves to actually doing the timestamps for the video. So even if there's 20 minutes of rambly stuff in that video, you can scroll through, find these comments, which are normally really highly rated, so it'll be easy to find. And you'll be able to click those timestamps and be able to navigate through all the rambling regardless. To summarize again, a guide video is a video that helps the viewer accomplish a task or give a specific set of instructions in a clear and concise manner. In this endeavor, brevity should be a priority, but this does not mean you go off the deep end, make your video into a robotic lecture. Just because one thing is not that good doesn't mean you should just jump straight to the opposite extreme and think it's good. Anyways, just do your due diligence. You never know which guys are rambling, you never know which guys are not. Sometimes a video that is exactly 10 minutes and 1 second long could be the best damn video of all time. It could be well structured, it could have timestamps, it could have a very engaging and stylistic form of commentary. It could be the best video ever. And a video on the same topic that is half that could easily be the shittiest video ever. You know, unintelligible ramble, guy speaks in an accent you barely understand, the instructions are unspecific, and the description is just blank. Like, it could happen. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I'll be making a follow-up video for this one. What makes a good guide structure? Stay tuned.
A huge thanks to my YouTube members, Scar Daddy and Selena Kyle. Stay cool.
Like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell for a chance to hear me ramble about potatoes for 12 straight hours. Peace, you shits.